Hey guys, how you doing? It's Peter here from LiveWire Super T. Just going to make a quick video of the 5 things that you absolutely must stop doing if you want to lose weight, get some energy and feel great. These nutrition things are focused on how you eat as opposed to what you eat. It's frequently overlooked, but how you eat is actually as important as what you eat because it's the way that you digest your food and how you extract the goodness and the nutrients from that food. So here we go. It's my number 1 top thing that you absolutely must stop doing to get the most out of your nutrition is stop multitasking. It's crazy because people, they're so busy and so rushed that they feel they've got to do multiple things at once. You see people working at their desks while they're eating, people often watching television while they eat, or thinking or stressing about lots of different things while they eat. Actually this damages the digestive system, and it means that your body hasn't got all the resources it needs to prepare itself for the food that it's eating, and it's less easy to absorb that food. If you think about anything in life that you do, you know when you're distracted or doing multiple things that it's more difficult to do those things. It's the same with the digestion as the muscles become tighter and tenser and things don't mix effectively. So what do? Well, it's simple. The first thing is you take a nice deep breath before you even look at your meal and relax, and then have a look at your meal and see what you're about to eat. Just looking at the meal, smelling the meal, actually taking the time to taste the meal, that prepares the digestive system for the food that's coming, and it makes everything a lot easier, and it means that your systems will work a lot smoother. And then enjoy your meal. There we go. So that's number 1. The number 1 thing was to stop multitasking. So number 2, the number 2 thing that you absolutely must stop doing to get the most out of your nutrition and your food is stop overeating. It's really common these days for people actually to eat too much in one sitting. The problem is people rush their food and people are eating so fast that their bodies don't have time to catch up. It takes maybe up to even 15 or 20 minutes for the brain to catch up with the stomach to know that it's full, and the hormonal systems and the feedback systems to get back to the body. And if you're constantly overeating, then you're constantly expanding and desensitizing that system of the body. So what do I recommend? Well, recently the oldest man in the world who ever lived died at the age of 116 in Kyoto, Japan, and his advice for everybody was eat only to 80% full. And this is fantastic advice because it doesn't stress the digestive system. It gives the digestive system the ability to mix the foods properly and the space to kind of contract and mash the food up mechanically. So eat to 80% full, and then let your systems catch up. I'm sure you'll actually discover that you were full the whole time. And chew your food properly as well. Take the time to chew your food. It slows down the process. It means your body will have time to catch up. And it's the first stage of digestion. It mixes the salivary juices and salivary enzymes so it can start digesting the food. Also, it means that you can taste the food as it mixes the saliva and takes the food to the taste buds. This helps the digestive setup with the correct pH levels and the correct enzymes that it needs to digest the food that's coming. So that's tip number 2, stop overeating. Okay, tip number 3 to get the most out of your nutrition is simply stop dieting. It's these fad diets are too much, and people's bodies, they just can't cope with it. You know, like everybody is trying to reach this weight or this point, so they go on a diet for a period of weeks, sometimes even months, and they're not enjoying them. They don't feel like they're achieving their goals, and then even if they do hit their targets, they go back to the way they were eating previously, because that's the habit, and they start putting weight on again, and they start seesawing. With diets, your energy levels fluctuate. What you need to do is instead find a nutrition plan, a plan which suits you, which you can eat to on a regular day. You can check out the LiveWire nutrition plan, which is part of the 30-day program. But really experiment and get to grips with a way of eating that you can eat every day of the week. You know, obviously there'll be exceptions or sometimes, but the majority of the time you can eat every day of the week that you really enjoy the food. It's a key element to getting everything out of your nutrition, is actually enjoying the food. Your body becomes looser, your systems become more effective when you're happy and enjoying things. So it's important that you find a plan that you can make the most of and enjoy. So yeah, check out the LiveWire plan and put some of those principles into action. Okay, so that was the number 3 thing that you absolutely must stop doing to get the most out of your nutrition was stop dieting. Okay, so here we are, like the fourth and the fifth one, they kind of go together. So the fourth absolute thing that you have to stop doing to get the most out of your nutrition is stop leaving your food choices to chance. Too many people leave their food choices to chance. And the fifth one is stop letting yourself get hungry. So these two, they go hand in hand really. Too often people let themselves get hungry, and when you get hungry your body just starts craving things like sugar, because it knows what it wants, and it wants things that it can break down quickly, turn into energy. The world, we're surrounded by food, supermarkets and shops just selling crap, and your brain will just want to get its hands on the first easiest thing that it can think of. And until you've conditioned a nutrition plan, the easiest thing it can think of is quite often chocolate bars or anything that you've had in the past, which is obviously in most cases where you're wanting to move away from. So yeah, don't let yourself get hungry. Keep yourself nicely satiated and filled up, and monitor your energy levels. The better you get at monitoring your energy levels, then the more effective you become, and you'll start to notice when you're a little bit peckish, you can kind of nip it in the bud and you know, make better food choices and keep your energy levels sustained, because that's the goal, right? Keep your energies levels sustained. And how this fits in with the last one is stop leaving your choices to chance, is actually prepare, plan, think about it ahead in advance when you're nice and full, not when you're hungry. What are the foods you like to eat, and how do they fit into your plan? Kind of what foods can you then have on at hand, so that when you do get peckish, you've got your foods. Maybe it's a piece of fruit or some nuts or seeds, or you know, anything that suits you, that fits your plan, that you like to eat, that helps you to maintain your energy levels and you know, good health. And also maybe planning the food. They're not, you know, so you've got your snacks and your lunches with you, or even planning what you're going to do in an emergency situation when you're on the high street and you don't know what to eat, and you suddenly find yourself hungry without food. Kind of condition, plan, think, what is it you'll do? You'll know that you could go to any store and maybe pick up a food that suits you and is good and works for you. So that's it. So the fourth and fifth things that you absolutely must stop doing are stop leaving your choices to chance and stop letting yourself get hungry. So from the top, we're just going to run through all those choices one last time. Number one was stop multitasking. Number two was stop overeating. Number three was stop dieting. Number four was stop letting yourself get hungry. And number five was stop leaving your food choices to chance. There you go. Thank you very much, and see you guys soon. Cheers.